أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهديه الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم. اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أعوذنا الله منها. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise is due to Allah. We praise Him. We seek His help and His forgiveness. Whoever Allah guides, no one can misguide him. And whoever Allah leaves astray, no one can guide him. We bear witness that no one deserves to be worshipped truly except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we testify that Muhammad is Allah's slave and His messenger sent to us. May Allah's peace and blessing be upon him. Amen. The best of the speech is the speech of Allah, which is the Quran. The best word, the best speech is the Quran. And the best of the guidance, it is the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the worst matters, it is a bid'ah, innovation in the deen. Innovation in the deen. Inshallah, we'll continue with the dars. Today we have Alama Yuftir. We talk about al-iftar. To do the iftar quickly, today, let's see what is the Prophet's sunnah on what you have to break your fast with. When it's time for the iftar to break your fast, on what you have to break your fast. For you, is a hot tea, or rice, or toast, whatever. It's not prohibited for you to break your fast in any of this food, it is halal for you. But make sure there's a sunnah there, that you take advantage of that sunnah first to get rewards of that sunnah, then you go to eat whatever you want to eat. For the Muslims, our goal to make sure that we see ourselves in Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah. So anytime ayah or hadith came that this is a sunnah, by doing the sunnah you get rewarded. Even it's not a wajib upon you, but try to get that reward. The sunnah of Muhammad alayhi salatu was salam, our prophet, he used to break his fast first on what? Which means the first thing that he used to put in his mouth before anything. Anas bin Malik narrated, radiallahu anhu, قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يفطر على رتبات قبل أن يصلي، فإن لم تجد رتبات فعلى تمرات، فإن لم تكن حسى حسوات من الماء، حسى حسوات من الماء. Now, Anas narrated that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to break his fast on a rutubat, which is mean he used to break his fast on the fruit. The fruit that we have, he used to break his fast on the fruit. If he don't get that, he break his fast on the tamar, dates that we have. If not, he will break his fast on the water. On the water. If you can get anything, I think you can get water. Make sure you put a little bit of water in your mouth to break your fast with that. By doing so, you get rewarded for doing that. Then after, you can continue to eat whatever you want to eat. This is his sunnah. So you get rewarded for ta'jil, for breaking your fast quickly. You get rewarded for following the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, breaking your fast on the fruit or on the tamar, dates, or water first before you drink your tea. Then after that, you say the dua. There's a dua to say it. That's another sunnah. Marwan narrated Ibn Salim that رأيت ابن عمر يقبض على لحيتيه فيقطع ما زاد على الكف، وقال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا أفطر قال ذهب الظمأ وابتلت العروق وثبت الأجر إن شاء الله. Marwan narrated that he saw Ibn Umar used to grab his beard, lihya. Ibn Umar, Marwan bin Salim, is a Sahabi. He says, I saw Ibn Umar يقبض على لحيته. I saw Ibn Umar is holding into his beard. فما زاد على القف. Anything come out from the waist, فيقطع, he will cut that. فيقطعه, he will cut that. This is another one. Take this on. for those who say leaving your beard is not a sunnah, is something koni dusukunya na dora bana bi bu moshidi kuma nga disabola ka mitaka na inshallah bina famya.
Imam. Do we get reward from every sunnah we do?
Yeah. Anytime you try to do your best to do sunnah, you'll be rewarded for it. You'll be rewarded for the ibadah and you'll be rewarded for the sunnah too.
I remember one or
Anything. Like if you leave your beard, you'll be rewarded for it. Don't shave it again. The age. It's a sunnah. When you leave it, the age. I know when it's grown up sometime, the age. But when you leave it, you will come to the time you will never itch again. Mine used to itch me. If I go like this, it came like a bubble on it. You know, but if you leave it, you will not itch again. But once you put a blade on, you're in trouble. Yeah. So, Marwan says that I saw Ibn Umar. Ibn Umar will grab his lihya, his beard like this with his hand. When you grab it, the beard was long. If you grab it like this, anything come here after the race, you will cut it. That's the sunnah. Like, even you love the long one, you're allowed to leave it long. But if you want to cut it, you're only allowed to cut. You measure like this with your hand. Anything you grab, don't touch that. But anything come after that, you can cut it. That's the sunnah. You say, Ibn Umar, I saw him grabbing his beard like this, and anything come after the cuff, he will cut it. So that's the sunnah. So, Ikhfa'ul Liya is a sunnah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that we have to live it. One. He alayhi salatu wasalam, when he come to Medina, there were people living there before Prophet alayhi salam and the companion arrived. There were Jew people living in Medina. But them, they hate the beard. They don't like it. They always shave it. So from there, when Prophet ﷺ saw them, they don't want it, he ordered the Sahabas to leave it. He ordered the Sahaba to leave their what? Their beard. So when people see them, they recognize them with their beard. And it become the sunnah of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. So by shaving it, you are disobeying. You need to understand that. Because sometimes we take it very light by saying shaving the beard doesn't take you to the Jahannam. Let's just pray. When we pray, we do this one. These are nonsense things. This is nothing. This is something. Because his word, alayhi salam, salatu was salam, we're not supposed to take it lightly or to joke with it. He's the one who say leave it. He says, there's a 5 things. Bismillah. You're not shaving your beard? No? Okay, good. Have a seat. It's just a question. Alaka dore no yangi ya rabbal alamin. Alaka kenyadi. Alaka sutura ke. Sallallahu rasul. Alaka kenyadi bamba to bela gelema. So leaving your beard is a sunnah al-mu'akkada. Yeah. Sunnah al-mu'akkada. Yeah. Lekin petit oh. Jangan bilang mangau kana buaya. Ayah papa malaka kana. You can put a hand in to make it, to change the color. Like Bilal Traore here, Muazzin. So, that also you're allowed to do it, no problem, it's good. But the thing is, don't shave it, don't touch it. We allowed to leave it. It's not a something that we say it is an option, it's not an optional. It's mu'akkada, we have to leave it. Prophet ﷺ, 5 things is a fitra. No.
Is a color you have to put like just it, not black?
Don't touch a black.
No black.
Anywhere in your body, black is for prohibited for us to touch it. Yeah. Black, we don't touch it. Like if you have a white, like most of the Jogarame, they don't want to get dye, so don't touch that. No good. Yeah, leave it like that. You can dye with this, is good. But the black, we don't touch it. Yeah. But let it grow. Let your beard grow. That's the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. And as Allah said, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. That the Prophet was a good example for the believers. If himself leave his, and the Sahabas leave it, and he asked the Sahabas to leave it, what is the sunnah then? Sunnah is what Prophet ﷺ did it himself. And he ordered the Sahabas to do something. Or he saw something, Sahabas doing it, he did not ask them to stop. This is the sunnah. According to Rabbir, all these 3 sunnah is inside him because he did himself. He leave it. And he asked the Sahabas to leave it, and he saw the Sahabas leaving it. So it's not something that we supposed to take a lie. For a Muslim man, we have to leave our beard. And I don't know what causes us to shave it. I don't know, we want to be a young or... I don't know what is it, honestly, I don't know. I know it itches sometimes, but that's when it starts coming out. It's just for a period of a time. If you can leave it for that period, it will never itch again. But once you put this blade on to shave it, now you're in problem. And once you shave it, like if you want your hair to grow quick, keep shaving it. It's gonna continue to grow quick. You don't want it to come, but once you shave it one time, if it used to come every month, once you put a blade on, it's gonna come every 2 weeks. So let's leave it. It is the sunnah of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But make sure you make it nice, because Allah is a nice and He wants a nice one. Don't leave your beard one here, one here, one here. I'm doing the sunnah. That's not it. And when you take wudu, the water stay on for 4 hours. You go to sujood, the water drop it. That's not nice. Make sure you clean it, right? You're allowed to shave from here all the way to here, but don't touch here. This part is haram to touch it. Don't touch it. You can shave here if you want under here, but in this here that you can grab, you are not allowed to touch that. If it's tall,
Yes, okay, right.
down here, you can shave that, no problem. That's not a chain. The chain is here. This is not a chain, this is a neck here. So here, the chain is here. You can take this out if you want. But it has to stop here so you can grab from here. Right? You can shave any hair on the man, you're allowed to shave it, except your beard. Look, Allah is a Rahman. When you look at our body part, we have many places that we have a hair, right? We are allowed to shave all of it, except one, except your beard. And in here, too, how you call this? Eyelash? Eyelash, right? We're not allowed to touch that. Even for the women, they're not allowed to touch that. Because that's a tashabbuhun min al-kuffar. This is to try to make yourself as a non-Muslim. Because sometimes Islam prohibits some stuff because where it's coming from. Where is coming from. Right? If we see here, the non-Muslim, anytime they wear a hat, they buy it, they rip here, they leave it open. That's their style. And when we see them, we know that these are non-Muslim. So if this is known in their society, for our Muslim, we're not supposed to do it. So to take this out, we're not allowed. To take our beard out, we're not allowed. Besides that, everything you can take it out. And make sure it's the sunnah of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. You do it every 40. In the sunnah is to clean yourself every 40. Which every 40 days. Cut your nails, cut your hair, fix your beard. I'm not saying carry, leave it here. No, I'm not saying that. Just take this if you want, right? But leave this every 40. Don't pass 40 is a sunnah. But if you pass 40, make sure that you don't continue, because if those things start growing, even your nails, it starts smiling. So you make sure you do that every 40. Yeah.
About the private part.
Yeah. Every 42 if you can. Yeah. Every 40 if you can. Yeah. Inshallah. So make sure we live in it, inshallah. We show a good example for our children tomorrow, bi'iznillahi ta'ala. We ask Allah to guide us. So Marwana say, I saw Ibn Umar grabbing his lihya, his beard, and anything come after that, he will carry. فَيَقْتَعُ مَا زَادَ عَلَى الْكَفِ وَقَالَ. And Ibn Umar said, this is the hadith that we want. كَانَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to be, إِذَا أَفْتَرَ, if he's break his fast and finish, he will say the dua. ذَهَبَ الصَّمَأُ وَابْتَلَّتِ الْأُرُوقُ وَسَبَتَ الْأَجْرُ inshallah. This is the dua that we have to say when we break our fast, inshallah. You know, I know it's very tough to practice this dua because that time you're busy, you know, eating. So let's make sure when we break our fast, at least take a 1 second to say this dua. ذهب الظمأ. Let's repeat. ذهب الظمأ. ذهب الظمأ. وابتلت الأروق. وابتلت الأروق. وثبت الأجر. Inshallah. So we say this dua one time, and you make dua for yourself, you make dua for your family, you make dua for your parent, you make dua for your society, and you make dua for all Muslims, and Allah going to accept it. The time you are breaking your fast is the time that Allah accepts the dua, inshallah. We ask Allah to accept our dua, inshallah. And we're going to stop here for the Ramadan, inshallah, then we'll continue bismillah ta'ala. Going back to Azkaru Sabah wal Masa that we come across to yet last night. So we encourage everyone, if you can, let's try to get the book, Fortress of Muslims, Islam Muslim. Everyone try to get that. They have in French, English, Arabic. Or you can download, as a brother said, they have in Google Play, Samsung or iPhone. You can have it in the Apple Store. So you just download it and you make sure after Fajr you give it time to yourself to read.
Culture Muslim and Islam Muslim is the same book?
Same thing.
Is it the same thing?
Same thing, yeah. The name in Arabic is Hisnu Muslim. In English, it's a Fortress of Muslim. Yeah, it's the same thing. Or you can download your iPhone. You make sure you give yourself time to read after Fajr and after Asr if you can. If not, after Maghrib you can read it. So that's the protection.
When you try to download your iPhone, is it too many? Is it a lot?
No, it's not that. It's not that because yeah. Can I see it? Look, I have it here. Hold on. This is the original one that we know with the red. The gold. It's still red in here. This red one is Hisnul Muslim. And this one is only for the Azkar in the morning, in the afternoon. But when you go in, the volume is not too big. The volume is not too big. You can download to it and you have all the dua inside. All the dua inside. So let's try to download it. It's very good. And we read. Yeah. Yeah. Then you have finish? Okay. And you make sure that in every moment you have in your pocket, every action, at least you will find a dua in that book that you can read. Your business is not working, the dua is in that book. And authentic from the hadith. Right? You have a problem with your wife, this dua is there. Your children are not listening to you, it's there, authentic. You don't need marabu, you don't need, how you call it, nasiji in English? Nasiji? Oh, you understand? You don't need nasiji. You know, you don't need this. You don't need nothing. Everything is there, wallahi. This book is very good book. Every Muslim should have that, and you should know it. you have to go to the court, the dua is there. You still to go at night, you have to work at the night, but you still to go out because the neighborhood is not good, the dua is there. So let's try to get this book. It's very, very good. And make sure that your neighborhood masjid, you go there, imam or the stars can teach you one by one, so you can practice them to know them. Busy yourself with the dua, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala going to help us, inshallah. And the dua is a two kind. The scholars say al-usuliyin fihi du'aun muqayyad wa fihi ad'iya al-mutlaq. Al-mutlaq is any kind of the dua narrated from the sunnah without setting time for the dua or number for the dua or way for the dua. You can say it anytime. Like astaghfirullah, you can say it as much you can. You can say many times. Subhanallah, you can say many times. La ilaha illallah, you can say it as much you can. La hawla wa la quwwata, you can say it anytime you can. So is very good. This is the book we're talking about, Hisn Muslim. This is the one. This is in which language is this?
It's both English and Arab.
This is the book. The name is Hisn Muslim Min al Azkar al Kitab wa Sunnah. Right? The cover might be different, but the content inside is the same thing, inshallah. Okay. If you want it, inshallah, Alaji Jabi can find for us. Then I will give him the one I have it. I will give it to him so we can get a lot of copy, so we can get it, inshallah ta'ala. So let's try to get this book. It's very, 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 very good. Even you don't pass your test for a long time. So there's a dua that when you say it is 1, 2, 3. Question easy, they're gonna bring it, then you're gonna pass your test. So we say in dua is two things. There's a kind of the dua in the sunnah. Yeah. Prophet ﷺ set a time for us, like the time of the adhan, like the azkarus sabah wal masa, and the zikr that we do, the remembrance that we do in the morning and afternoon, and the zikr that we do before you go to bed, and the zikr that we do after salawatul khams. Those zikr, we have a time for those, and we have an adhan for it. The adhan, like after salamu alaikum, we say subhanallah 33, alhamdulillah 33, then Allahu Akbar 33. And before you go to bed, there's a dua that you say it few times. And there's a hadith, few hadiths talking about the adhan of azkar, the adhan of the azkar. Like he says, sallallahu whoever say la ilaha illallah wa la sharika la, lahul mulku wa lahul hamdu wa la kulli shay'in qadir 100 times a day. No one will come in the day of the Qiyamah better than you, except the one, something which is better than yours, except the one who say more than you. That's 100 times. And another hadith is subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanallah hadith 100 times. And where he say that he asked Allah forgiveness in the one day 70 times. And another narration say 100 times. Those dua authentic with the adhan from him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So those adhan, we're not supposed to add it and we're not supposed to take out. Like subhanallah 33 after salat, if you say 35, the reward that you're supposed to get, you might lose that because it's a set with the sunnah with the adhan 33. You're not supposed to pass that. And like when you finish salatul fajr, before you move from your position to say la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku wa hamdu yuhyi wa yumitu wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. You say that 10 times before you change your position. That protects you, he says, that will protect you from that time until the night time from the shayateen. Al-ins wal-jinn. That's a protection there. That also is a time, and there's a way to say it. The way you sit to say it, there's a way for that. So, those zikr come with a way, the time, when, where, and how. And
And the time also. You're supposed to say 100 times and 150 times. Out of that, if you want to do all the one with the numbers, that we don't see any dalil for that. You can do it as much you can. You can do it as much you can. But you make sure by setting something for yourself, saying it in the morning or afternoon, anytime, make sure the time that you do it, there's no zikr there in the sunnah that you are not doing, and you focus on something that you take it from your mind. That will cause your problem. Right? Like Azkarus Salah after Fajr, if you used to do Astaghfirullah 1,000 times, forget about that for now. After Salat, do the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu do Azkarus Salah wal Masa. Everything will be in there. If you finish doing that, you want to do more, say Astaghfirullah as much you can. Right? Azkarul Masa, after you finish praying Asr. Right? You want to say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah lazim 70 times or 75 times. Do Azkarul Masa, remembrance of the evening. Do that when you finish that. If you want to do any zikr after that, you do it. He says Rasulullah, Ahabbul kalimat, أو كما قال إلى الله, Ahabbul kalimat إلى الله, أو كما قال, لا إله سبحان الله, والحمد لله, ولا إله إلا الله, والله أكبر. وَلَا يَدُرُّكَ بِأَيِّهُمَا بَدَعْتَهُ كَمَا قَالَ. He said, the most beloved word to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Says that Allah loves those so much. So for you to say it many times, it's very good. It's very, very good. And it is not a problem if you start by Subhanallah, or you start by Alhamdulillah, or you start by Allahu Akbar, or you start by La ilaha illallah. But keep saying it many times. But in Hadith, it did not say 100 times or 200 times. So the Azkar, those who come with the numbers, we stay with that. You don't pass it and you don't go under it. But those who do not come with a number, mutlaq, you say it as much you can. If you were to say in the certain number, Allahu A'lam, we don't see dalil for that. So we make sure we stick with Al-Azkar, because Azkar is very, very, very good. That every time we have to do dua. Astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh, or Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim, or Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. And make sure any dua, any zikr that you do, you know the meaning. That will make you focus. Any zikr that you do, you make sure, if you don't know the meaning, you ask someone who knows the meaning so they can translate to you. Because if you know the meaning, that will make you focus more. Like if you're saying Subhanallah, Subhanallah, you don't know the meaning, you just keep saying it. Make sure you know the meaning. By the time you're saying it, you're thinking about the meaning. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. What Quran say about it? When you go to the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, so you know the meaning and you know the story. By the time you're saying it, you're thinking about the story, the way Allah saved Prophet Ibrahim.